Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. The 49ers have every intention of walking out of today's game with win number 4 on the season. It's the Falcons going up against the 49ers.
All right, Larry, from the heart of Silicon Valley, there's a look inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the San Francisco 49ers. Fielded about a yard deep. And a big hit. Knocked out sideways right near the 27.
Here we go. 3-19. Detroit. Watch it now. Here we go. 3-19.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Four down. Check. Hurry up. Four down. Watch it now. Here we go. Blue 90. Here we go. Green 39.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
3 down. Hurry up. Here we go. Check.
Garcon, the man in motion.
Over. Motion. No. Check. Patriot. Gun.
Back to throw Beathard. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Double tight, guys. 21. 4 down. Check.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And on 2nd and 10 now. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On 2nd down, Ryan. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, They're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Pushing through the contact. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. DeForest Buckner with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
To throw is Beathard. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
Well, they certainly didn't waste any time throwing some deep passes here. But the defense, it wasn't unexpected. They told their secondary, be ready. You're going to be tested all night by this team.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Garcon, the man in motion.
Watch the whip. Detroit! I got him. Back's mine. I got him.
On play action, they'll throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a fourth down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that past the sticks, first down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Pulled in at the 24. "35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Check.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he gets it down to the 32. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really won.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Navarro Bowman in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
69-11.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 13 and also a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
Looking for the end zone. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On third down, Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Again, it'll be Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Finding some room at midfield. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Garcon, the man in motion.
Go. No. Check. Patriot.
Now they try the right side here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll come up now with the clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the first.
Now let's go. All right, now look, here we go. Check. Watch it now, Barney. Blue landing. Wide. Blue landing. Watch it now, Barney. No. Gun.
Now Beathard. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
Three down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Detroit! Leopard! Here we go!
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Gun! Watch it now, Barney! Green, 39! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney!
Tighten up! Check!
Now let's go! Watch it now, Barney! Gun!
Now a handoff looking right. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Watch tight end.
Leopard!
Watch tight end.
Leopard!
Tight end's
Here we
right.
go now! Blue, landing!
Hey.
Now they try the right side here. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Watch left. Tight end to the left.
All right, now, lucky 56. Here we go now. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Back Leopard.
And now he'll tuck, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. C.J. Beathard, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz.
Hey, four down.
They go play action here on first down. Going up top. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The Falcons on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Ryan. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Watch left, watch left.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, Leopard. Leopard.
4 down, 4 down.
Set. All right, now, lucky 56.
Dudes.
All right, here we go. Blue,
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
First man through, it's the fullback use check. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you've got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Over.
They'll throw here. Beathard. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the... He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Man left. Everyone's got 4 down.
Ready. Ready.
57 to Mike.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. From midfield now, here's Ryan. Looking deep for Gabriel. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And he puts it through. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Watch it now, Barney. Green 39. Green 39. Gun.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Here we go now. 319. 319. No. Check. Patriots. Leopard.
36.
No. Check. Patriots. Watch it now, Barney. Over.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Collins.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. Play action, Ryan. And now he's going to go down in the end zone. Down goes Matt Ryan, and that's a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Blue 90.
You got him. You got him. You got him.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 30. Black 99 Philly.
Beathard. And this is incomplete. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And he goes in motion here in the backfield.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch you now, Barney.
Here's Beathard to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
We got 4. We got 4.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. And it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
It's caught. Jones. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Move.
Ready. 25. Go.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator, but my goodness.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Check. Fresno.
Get up.
Now the 49ers going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Tight end's Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo.
Ready. 58.
Hey, guys, check me out.
Get up.
We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there.
51, sub.
Check 13. Check 38.
Now Ryan on second down. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
The Falcons on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be third and a mile. From the shotgun, Ryan. That is caught at the 7. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
94 is the mic. 94 is the mic.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So we have reached half. And pump the brakes, Larry. Pump the brakes. We are ready for quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Man left. 4 down. Check. 4 down. Let's go. Gun.
Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
That's it. Big hit. 57. Mike, 57.
On second down, here's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
81.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. Finding Gabriel, complete. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Falcons. Taylor Gabriel, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The play clock's running down, and he'll give it here to his running back. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Seven yards to go on second down.
Tight end left, tight end left. 3 down, 3
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Here's Beathard to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Niners on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky. Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, 39. Leopard.
Sponge.
Black 99 Philly. Here we go. Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
Eyes up.
Back to throw Beathard.
Let's go.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
Ready. You ready?
4 down. Check.
51. Let's go. Black 25.
Check 3.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
If this was boxing, you think maybe they would have thought about stopping this one because this defense has been bruised, it's been battered, but this is why they keep the fight going, right? They just got done with a really nice play showing that they still got a little bit left, don't they?
Haven't had many plays that they can clip, put in the film room, and smile about, but hey, there's one.
Clip and save.
Ryan leaves with Freeman on the draw. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together.
All right, here we go.
Green.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up. Here we go. Green 39. All right, now. Lucky 56. All right, now. Lucky. Gun. Here we go now. Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney.
To throw is Beathard. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
319.
Crash. They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day.
Watch it now, Barney. Watch it now, Barney. Here we go now. 319. Leopard. Over.
I got him.
To throw is Beathard. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Deion Jones. In from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10.
They can't stop us, baby. Every time it's a sack. Come on, fellas.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
94 is the mic.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on third down.
Tight left. Out.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
45's the mic.
Hey, check. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Beathard. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They needed 15. They got 16 and a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Over. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Over. Gun.
They run a draw here on second down. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Come on, run to the ball. We got a runner.
The big boys came out to play. Not up in here, brother. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where I came from.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Check. 3 down.
Now back to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Falcons are going to get it at the 20. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Here's Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Wait! Check 26, check 26. 12.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. On 3rd down, Ryan firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? Well, a lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And the big tight end shifting around. They'll throw here. Beathard. Complete to the right. This is Garcon. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Double tight. 4 down. All right, here we go. Alert. Green, 39. Green, Leopard.
They go play action here on 1st down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down. Now let's go. Blue 90.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Niners on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. Might have been 1 man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Double tight. Ready. Back 25. 4 down. Watch 85. Watch 85.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Falcons. Tevin Coleman, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Falcons will extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
shift together here from the D-line.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight
Watch it now. All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Get there.
Hey. We got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. Watch tight end. Tight right.
Play clock winding down. Going to give this time to the tailback. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. And now running right through him. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So out come the Falcons now. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Now, hold on a second. Why would they decline that? Charles.
I don't have a good answer for you, but let's work the math here a little bit. If you take the penalty, you get 5 yards.
Yeah,
minimum.
You're in the positive in the yardage, and you get to rerun the down you just had.
I like that. I like that little extra on top of the whole thing. This makes 0 sense.
11. Alert 3. Ready.
They will run again with Coleman. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Brandon's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage. So I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head.
Here we go. Ready.
On 3rd down, that's Coleman, and he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
This is Coleman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10.
Strong right.
Coleman now. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. The Falcons on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Eddie, sit on that. Back 25.
Coleman. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
We got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Got double tight. Double tight.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
Two tights. 4 down. 4 down. Ready.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The Falcons on third down. Now, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd down and 12.
4 down. Ready. Blue 80. Sit on that.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Atlanta, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they take on the Lions.